So Overwatch is a 6-on-6 first-person shooter. The entire premise of the game is that on various different types of maps, you have a certain point or objective that you're trying to take. The attackers are obviously attacking it, defenders are defending it, and you want to make sure that you're using your team and your strategy that you need to do to make sure that you're achieving the objectives. There are 3 different roles, and each person specializes in their own individual role, just the same as you would say a volleyball team, right? With your passers, your setters, your hitters, same thing here. In the game, you have one of the cool thing about Overwatch, you have the availability to switch your characters, right? You have to stay within your role. So if your character plays a certain role, you have to pick only characters that play that role. But we'll come in, we'll prep, we'll say, what specific characters we want to play going into it, and we'll practice that throughout the week leading up until this.
I play damage, so I play the characters that do the most damage, have less utility, but do more, I want to say numbers, in essence. I think I bring leadership. I have a lot of experience in this game, in and out of, the collegiate scene. I do semi-professional Overwatch, so I kind of have that mentality, I guess. I think the strength is we do practice a lot, and we take a lot of pride in the teamwork, so it makes it kind of easier to mesh well as a team, and being a team game makes it even better. But I think the most important thing is definitely the communication. If you can't communicate well, you're not on the same page, you don't work as well.
My role is main tank, so pretty much my job is to just lead the team throughout the map and make sure that we stay alive. So I used to play football in high school. I played for a few months. It's pretty similar in terms of you have people they have their own job that they need to accomplish. I played center and left guard. I'm supposed to make space for people on the field and just make sure the ball gets passed around.
I always compare it. I played volleyball in college. I always compare it to that, specifically because, like I said, there are 3 different roles, and you work on your own individual role and you bring it together for the full team. So I always like that comparison because it's 6-on-6, 2 people per role. That and additionally, I would say basketball might be another comparison with just so many different moving parts, and you're all in the same area, right? And you're reading and reacting to what the other team is doing, and making sure you're kind of adjusting to all that. And then I think just in a traditional sense, we practice just as much as anybody. We do film study as well. We make sure that we're watching the other teams, seeing what strategies they do, and we, like another traditional sport that you would come in and have a film session and plan off of that, we do the same thing here. Coming into this program was kind of brought in to rebuild it, and to see where we were at the beginning of last year to where we are now, it's a huge transition. We've gone undefeated this year, and a lot of that is honestly just the work they put in, especially the 2 captains I have on my team. The leadership that they've shown with this team, the encouragement they've given to their other teammates has been huge for us going forward. What's next is kind of just working toward next season. We have some pretty good recruits coming in. We're excited for the team that we're building on next year, and our goal next year is to make the national tournament and continue to win conference, obviously. But if we're able to win it this year, then we consistently make this a goal, but then set our sights a little bit higher.